what's up and welcome, I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome finally to the start of this AC Milan career mode. Last episode we got to know the team and all the new expectations that go into the career mode series now in FIFA. Today we finally get our hands dirty and we can start rebuilding this storied franchise back to where it once was, back to the top of European glory, and I can't wait to do that. So last episode I asked you guys where you think we should start, and in my head, when I said that this was the number one team for me that I wanted to do a European career mode with, I always had it in my mind to start right here at the center attacking mid spot and bring back a player that was part of one of the most successful runs in this club's history, and that was Kaká. I thought it'd be a great idea to bring him back, someone, like I said, with that experience, that's had success here, that can lead this team into the new era. And I didn't say that last episode because I wanted to know what you guys thought without me kind of throwing my own ideas out there at the same time. And about 90% of you already said bring back Kaká. So we're on the same page there, 100%. That is where I want to start. I'm going to try to get Kaká back into this team. Now, with that being said, we are going to be stacked at that position, at least to begin with this season. We're going to have, if we get Kaká, we'll have him. He'll be our starter, obviously. We'll have Sosa as well, and he just came into the team, so I can't sell him right away. So he's going to be here. We also have Keisuke Honda, who I said I prefer to play in an attacking midfield role, so he could play there. I could potentially play him out wide as well, but ideally he would be an attacking midfielder. We also have Matias Fernandez on loan here this season from Fiorentina, so he'll be here as well. So at least for the start of the season, I will not bring back Hachim Mastor. I'll leave him out on loan, at least until January, where we can reevaluate our options. At that point, if we decide we want to sell Sosa, we can do that. We might cut off Matias Fernandez's loan deal and then bring back Hachim Mastor. But for now, we will leave Hachim Mastor out on loan and hopefully add Kaká. So while I really like that we're all on the same page, that Kaká needs to come back and be a part of this team again, there wasn't a whole lot of suggestions outside of that one. So there were some really good ones. A lot of you did have some other suggestions, and I'm glad we're on the same page about Kaká, but I'm kind of on my own a little bit as far as what else we need to do. So to begin with, we need to start at the winger position. We have Niang out wide on the left, Suso on the right. They look really good. I don't have a problem starting them at all in this first season. But we don't have anyone else to play out there other than those two and possibly Keisuke Honda. There's no other wing depth on this team at all. And I do kind of want to stick with this formation, by the way. I think we'll stick with this formation, at least to start with. I think it kind of fits everyone that we have in the team and the people I also want to bring in. So we'll stick with this formation, but we desperately need wing help. So I'm going to try to bring in 2, possibly 3 more wingers. Also, I believe that midfield is another place where we could use an upgrade, and not so much to start with. I think we have some good players that can play there right now. Bonaventura, I want him to be a part of this team, hopefully throughout the entirety of the series. I really do like Bonaventura, and Motherlode is not going to go anywhere to start with. He's the best midfielder we have in the team other than Bonaventura. So those two are going to start, but I don't really like the other people we have behind them. I mean, we have capable players. Bertolacci's not bad. We have Kuka, who's 78 rated. We also have Poli, 76 rated. But I don't think there's any potential. They're all mid to late 20s. We need someone that has world-class potential, at least mid to high 80s potential in this team, that can grow and hopefully take over from Montolivo and can be an anchor in this team in the future. So I think we need to get a younger player in there that has really, really good potential. And the last spot that I really am going to look at in this transfer window is the striker spot. For sure, I want to revamp at least the backup strikers behind Baca. Luis Adriano and Lapadula on the bench. I'd like to sell both of them. I don't rate either one of them very highly. And like I said, Adriano kind of plays the same style as Baca, so I don't think he's really necessary in this team at all. So I think we're at least going to look at a backup striker, possibly also replacing Baca, because I don't really like Baca that much either. One of you said swap Baca for Chicharito. That's definitely something I'll have a look at, but I might not do that. I might not pull the trigger on that one in this first episode. Let me know. That's the first thing I'm going to ask you guys. Let me know what you think. Should I swap Baca straight up for Chicharito? So let's get this thing started then. Kaká. He's worth $11.5 million at Orlando. Has less than a year left on his contract, though, so they're saying they might consider offers between $5.6 and $8.3 million. I'm thinking it's going to cost at least $6. So I'm going to start with a $6 million offer and see what they say. Now, I don't usually show you guys the games in the preseason tournament because, like I said last episode, I simulate all of them. But I had to show you this one. Talk about solidifying yourself a spot in the starting 11 with the first game of the season. Niang dropped a hat trick on Mainz in the first game. Holy crap. I said we needed winger depth, but our starting wingers came out firing. 4 goals for our 2 wingers in that first game. What a performance. So we have an offer in now for one of our players, and it is one of the ones that I transfer listed. Interestingly enough, it's from Dortmund. Now, on my short list, I had 2 Dortmund players, Pulisic and Emre Mor. So, if we make this deal, perhaps it will, sway them to keep doing deals with us. They've offered 10.5 million. His value is 11. I'm thinking like 13 million would be a fair offer for Luis Adriano, and it's Dortmund, so I know they have the cash. So, let's go ahead and counter offer for 13 mil. All right, we got a little bit of a problem here. Orlando have asked for 17.5 million for Kaká. I had gone up to 8 and they kept saying he's too valuable. $17.5 million is really going to take a dent out of our transfer budget and hinder what we can do for the other positions. The good news is Dortmund accepted that deal for Luis Adriano, so he should be sold within the next couple of days, but 8 million for or 17.5 million for that's mad. He's vital to what I wanted to do, but I'll see if they'll go 12. That's so much money for a 34-year-old player. 17.5 mil is insane. All right, so we finally have nailed down the deal for Kaká. Orlando City accepted the $12 million offer that we made, so we will be bringing Kaká back to AC Milan. Now, the deal for Adriano to Dortmund went through. That brought us in an extra $10 million, and we got knocked out of that preseason tournament in the semifinal, coincidentally, by Bayer Leverkusen and Chicharito. That's a bit unfortunate. We lost out on a bit of money there if we could have won that tournament, but that's still okay. So let's go ahead and finish this deal for Kaká. Let's bring the legend back to Milan. We also have another deal done and ready to be signed. It's for Irving Lozano. I realized the Kaká deal was going to be a bit more complicated than I had originally anticipated, so I went out. I needed wingers right now, so we have Lozano going to be into the team. $12 million, same price we paid for Kaká, but Lozano has got loads of potential. I absolutely love this guy. 4-star skills. He's got pace to burn up the wing. We need wingers. This guy fits the team really, really well. Let's get him in here too. Now, bringing in Kaká not only helps, I would think, the morale of the team, the level of the team as far as talent goes, but it also helps us achieve one of our brand exposure goals, which, remember, that is the critical one we have to make sure we achieve this season, and that is sign one crucial first-team player assigned to a midfielder or midfielder position. The board's already sent me an email saying good job on achieving that, so that helps us there as well. We have an offer in now for Christian Zapata from Udinese. They are a league opponent of ours, but I'm not too worried about giving up Christian Zapata to a league rival, just because that's part of the reason why I'm selling him. He's not all that great. So what I am worried about is the fee involved. They're offering 6.5. I'd rather get like 8.5. If they can do that, they can take Zapata. The next deal we're going to get done is for yet another wide player for us, and it's going to be Christian Pulisic coming into the team. Not a bad bit of business. For $3 million, we get a kid who's supremely talented, has lots of potential in him. It's a very, very good deal. We brought in 2 wingers now. We brought in Lozano. We're bringing in Pulisic. I still think we need 1 more winger, though. I like to get 3 wingers in this transfer window, but Pulisic, for depth reasons, is going to be very, very important for us this season. All right, so it is time to put this team to the test, and what a test it's going to be. We're on the road, away to take on Juventus in the Supercoppa. Now, this is the reality of what we're facing. I don't want to sound negative here, but we're talking about the best team in Italy, one of the best teams in the world in Juventus, at home. We are a rebuilding team. We do not have the team to take down someone like Juventus or any of the big teams in Europe right now. We're not expected to win this game. I don't think anyone expects us to win. I'm going to do the best that we can, but on Legendary, away at Juventus, it's just not likely that we'll win. We'll do the best that we can. If nothing else, we'll see how we stack up against Juventus. That's really what I want to know, what I want to take from this game. How good are we against the better teams? We're about to find out. Well, there's the difference right there in our 2 teams. They spent $59 million on Pjanic. We spent 12 million on Kaká. That's the gap we're talking about when we're talking Juventus and Milan. And that's the gap that we are here to close. And my God, does Kaká look good in the black and red once again. I really, really like that look. That's the reason I put him on the thumbnail. He's the legend here. And I love that we brought him back. All right, here we go. Kickoff in the AC Milan career mode. And we're away at Juventus. Why couldn't I have just gotten something easy to like, get my feet wet with this team? Why did it have to be the giants of the league and one of the giants of Europe? But either way, we got to put that behind us. It's just another game. We got to come out here and perform. Please defend. He's just, look how agile he is. No, there's a shot coming in. I haven't touched the ball yet, and already Pjanic is firing laser beams at Donnarumma. We got to protect our young goalkeeper in this one. It's going to be crucial. We stop shots coming in. That's wide open. We can't do that. Little overlap from Lozano. Lozano used to be able to beat Chiellini for pace. He's not going to beat him for strength. Oh, ref. That's a foul. That was a foul. Please, Lozano. Lozano's not getting up. Here we go. Big play, Montalivo. Come on, boys. Can we counterattack here? Lozano, do you have anything left? I know you're hurt, Lozano. Come on, man. Yes, good agility, though. Lozano, play it. There it is. Bacca. Oh, it's right at Buffon. Lozano's still out there. He's about to come off. I'm not taking any risks with him. That's just the first dead ball now that we've had since he got hurt. But Bacca had a golden opportunity there, but Buffon's just too good. All right, we have a corner. We're right before halftime. We've held our own. 100% held our own in this game. Can we find this shot here? Big touch. Woo! That was so close. All right, second half. We're not making any changes. We have already taken off Lozano. So, I mean, there's not a lot else I want to do right now. We need to hold off some subs here. Good hold-up play from Bacca. Oh, Bacca, you got some space there, Bacca. Still Bacca. Oh, nice play. Inside. Here we go. Oh, what a play. What a play. Have the shot. Why did it take him 3.5 years to get a shot away? Well, we've got the pressure on right now. We 100% have this pressure. Kaká in there for Niang. Niang, good turn. Niang, keep it low. Buffon there, tap in. There it is. We got a goal. Is it Suso? I think this Suso, he's been all over the place in this second half. He's been really, really good. He gets us our first goal of this series. Did not expect it to be him since he didn't even start the game. But he comes in for the injured Lozano. He's been very, very active. Slots that one away. We're winning away at Juventus. Wow. All right. We may have the lead here, but literally at any moment that could change. Juventus, ooh, they look a little shook. Juventus are looking a little shook. Bonaventura, Bacca make that run through that hole. Carlos Bacca, hold it back up. Back in there. Bonaventura bangs it past Gigi Buffon. What a nice two-man game from Bonaventura and Carlos Bacca. I will say Bacca has been exceptional in this game. He hasn't had any shots, I don't think, but his hold-up play and his team play has been second to none in this game. Better than I would say anybody on the Juventus team. He's been super, super good. Plays like that he's been making all over the place. 2-0 over Juventus. Uh-oh, this is bad. There's too many Juventus players. I can't mark them all. Oh, Donnarumma. He's been tested slightly in this game. I wouldn't say, not as much as I expected him to be, but he has been tested. Here we go. Throw in. There's less than 10 minutes left. Is there time for one more? Bacca. Oh, play that in. Here we go. Oh, my God, Buffon. Niang can't get enough on that header. Buffon has made some incredible saves in this game. I can't complain. I mean, it's Gigi Buffon, but I mean, if it hadn't been for him, it might be like 5-0 Milan. There is the final whistle. What just happened in that game? It was very even in the first half. We had a couple more shots today. I think we were slightly the better team. That second half, we got that goal with Bonaventura, or we got that goal with, who scored our first goal? Suso. We got the goal with Suso. And after that, Juventus fell apart. They had no composure. They were passing balls out of play. They couldn't find a shot. They couldn't even get the ball up the field. We hammered them for that second 45 minutes. That second half, it was all Milan. Suddenly, I'm not too worried about Legendary. I would say that's on par with everything I did in FIFA 16. I played a lot of FIFA in the days leading up to this. I was very nervous for this first episode, but suddenly I'm full of confidence. I'm loving this team. We have a true shot at building Milan into a true winner again. And very, very quickly. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode right here. I'm not going to proceed any further because I want to ask your guys' opinions on a couple of things. The first one, again, should I swap Chicharito straight up for Carlos Bacca? Now, outside of that, we have $37 million still left in the transfer budget, so a lot of money left to play with. Again, the club would like us to try to save $22 million at the end of the season, but I'm not too worried about it this first season. If we blow that objective, I'm not too worried about it. So here's what we're looking at, a couple of different options. The first route we could take is to boost the defense even more. It was very good against Juventus. Anytime you hold Juventus scoreless at their place, it's a very, very good showing, but we could do a little bit more. We could go get a player like John Brooks, who was a suggestion from one of you guys, one of the most expensive players left on the list. We could get him for probably between 20 and 25 million. The second option would be to go for a winger that has world-class potential, such as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I actually already worked out a deal for him, but then I pulled back and I didn't go after him. It would cost us between 17 and 18 million to get the Ox. Yet another option would be to go for a really, really good Italian midfielder, because I feel like we're an Italian team. We've lost a little bit of that Italian flavor. Maybe go for a player like Marco Bonassi, would cost us probably between 17 and 19 million dollars. And the last option, and actually the cheapest option, would be to go after Marcus Rashford. I already have the deal in place with Manchester United. I just need to get a contract to Marcus Rashford. It would be for, I can't remember how much it was. I think it's 12 million. And we could get a player that I've heard, I don't know for sure, I cannot confirm, but I've heard he has one of the highest potentials in the entire game. High 80s, maybe I've heard as high as 90 potential. I don't know, but that would be a player that would be ideal for this team. A star striker, a talisman for this team to lead us into the next generation at the San Siro. I think this would probably be the best idea, but that's just me. Again, I want to know what you guys think. Which route should we take? Defense, wide midfield, central midfield, or should we go for a star striker that we can build up? So that is where we're going to end this episode. Next time out, we will get into league play in the Serie A. We have 2 games in the month of August, so we'll also probably be wrapping up the transfer window. So if you have any players you think would help this team or that I should be having a look at, make sure you leave them in the comments below of this episode. Otherwise, we won't have time to have a look at them. So that's gonna do it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you and continue on with our AC Milan career. See ya.